Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here, and today, just as it says in the title, I'm going to be showing you guys how I'm going to be winning a free Alienware gaming PC, gaming setup. It might be a PC and a monitor. I'm not even entirely sure, to be honest, but I know that we're going to be winning, and here's how we're doing it. We're going to be winning the World's Pick'em in this video today. I'm going to be doing my World's Pick'em live in front of you guys. This actually dropped about 2 or 3 minutes ago, so honestly, we might be the very first World's Pick'em on YouTube. I don't know. It depends how fast we are able to record this, cut it up, get it out. But again, as you can see, you can earn prizes by winning the World's Pick'em, doing good on it. You get blue essence, champion shards, orange essence, keys and chests, maybe some icons, and the grand prize for a perfect pick'em, which obviously we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be showing you guys the perfect pick'em. Is going to be 5 ultimate skins: DJ Sona, Spirit Guard Udyr, Pulsefire Ez, Elementalist Lux, Gun Goddess Misfortune, and then they're happy to announce an exciting new perfect pick prize and exclusive Alienware Aurora battlestation. And I think if we pull that up in the prizing, we can actually see what that looks like. Here we go. Obviously, we have the tower and the monitor. Again, I'm not sure exactly all what comes with it. But you can use a replica of exactly what the pros are going to be using at World 2020. So that's exciting, and so I mean, if they're offering it up, we might as well take it, right? So we're gonna be going through group by group my predictions. This is my prediction video for the World Group Stage. Obviously, there's gonna be some North American bias in this, but that's okay. All right, so for the first group, we got obviously G2 is gonna be winning it. We got Suning, Team Liquid, and Machi Esports. G2. You know, I don't know if they're going to be able to be as good as last year. Obviously, I think Caps is amazing. I think Perks is a player who really steps up in big-time moments. G2 has been good internationally the last couple of years. Obviously, they fell short in the finals, but they had such a good year, such a good run. I hope they're going to be able to bring some of that magic back. I think we've obviously seen some of the Chinese teams are getting exposed a little bit at World so far. Maybe the region isn't as good or as dominant as they once were. We'll have to see how that all plays out. Team Liquid, I think they looked good but beatable in the group stage. I think they should be able to be better than Machi, but I don't think Team Liquid's playstyle is going to transition that well to the group stage. I think they could even drop a game to Machi, honestly. This is something where I could consider placing them 4th. I think Broxa has been largely a failure. The Broxa experiment, they have a lot of the same problems with with Broxa that they had with Xmithy. But we'll have to see how that happens there. I don't think Team Liquid's going to be able to play with Suning or G2 at all. G2 is also a team who has been known to drop some games. They don't really care if they're the 1 seed or the 2 seed. They expect to be one of the best teams in the tournament. So you're going to have to beat anybody anyway. So they don't really care, but obviously it'd be very nice for them to come out and finish first. So we'll see. I'm going to put them first. Even last year they finished 2nd in their group, I'm pretty sure. They tend to troll, mess around, lose some games every once in a while. You know, I'm actually going to put Suning first because of that. I'm sure, man, I don't know. That's tough. That's tough stuff. We might have to come back to this one. 3 and 4 for sure. 1 and 2 is going to be tough. You know, we got to be perfect. So we got to make those right picks. Next up, we have Group B, which is kind of a stacked group. PSG Town had a really nice showing. Rogue, you know, they're this European team that a lot of people are excited about, a lot of people are hyped about, but they got put in kind of the group of death. And then Damwon and JD Gaming are obviously the 2 powerhouses. I think we're going to be going with JD, Damwon. One of my upset specials, I guess, is going to be PSG Talon over Rogue. This is going to be a really, really tough group. It's going to be interesting to see who can kind of take games off these other teams. But I know a lot of people are saying Europe doesn't look as strong already. Obviously, we've already seen Mad Lions eliminated. And just because your 4th seed got eliminated in the play-ins, that doesn't mean necessarily that your region is doomed. But man, I don't know. It's been such an up and down, weird year for Europe. A lot of the top teams looking really good, looking really bad at times. And Talon's coming in hot. JD Gaming, Damwon, obviously they're going to be powerhouses. They're going to be really, really strong. Damwon has been a team we've seen at Worlds the last couple of years. Obviously a Chinese powerhouse, JD Gaming. It'll be interesting to see how good China and Korea are because they've been very up and down the last couple of Worlds. Obviously China's kind of been had the best teams the last 2 years, but the other teams have been kind of shaky. And then Korea hasn't really showed up very much at all the last couple of years. Obviously not making it to finals or anything, making any deep runs that we're accustomed to them seeing. So that'll be interesting to see how all that plays out. But this is how I'm going to be going with that. To get the perfect group, you got to pick some upsets. You can't just pick exactly what everybody else is thinking. You can't get in that hive mind because not everybody's going to have a perfect bracket. If you're picking all the same stuff as everybody else, you're already failing. So that'll be maybe one that we have way different from other people. Hopefully, not way different, but a little bit different, is Talon over Rogue. Then Group C, this is the really interesting group, which I really think could go so many different ways. I think people could have this group all over the place. I don't know if you guys can see it in the back there. We got my TSM sweatshirt hanging up. We're a TSM fan for life. Obviously, we got them. I want to say they're going to make it out of this group. I don't think Fnatic is that good, and LGD just looked so shaky in the play-ins, and they looked very beatable at the least. I think it would be very spicy if they're still able to beat Fnatic, and Fnatic finishes last. I think that would be hilarious. But it's hard to not pick Gen G as first in this group, but I want to not. I would love to say that TSM is going to win this group, but I think TSM, obviously they are coming in with a very young top side of the map with Broken Blade and Spica. Obviously a very veteran mid lane and bot lane, but Doublelift has been kind of suspect up and down this year. Biofrost, he shows up, sometimes he doesn't. Bjergsen is looking as good as ever, but when's the last time he showed up on the international stage? Either it's been a while. I think it would be crazy for this team to come out and win this group. In some ways, it would even be crazy for this team to come out of this group. But I think it's very possible. I think Fnatic is very beatable. I think LGD is very beatable. And Gen G could drop some games in this group as well, because these teams are all, in my opinion, relatively close. I think it's the closest, most interesting, most competitive group where I could see all 4 teams winning this group. I could see all 4 teams finishing towards the bottom half of this group. But this is what we're going with. Gen G, TSM, LGD, and Fnatic. We do have the 2 European teams in 4th, but, you know, we're high on G2, so it's not completely love lost there. And then we have a pretty interesting group here in Group D as well. FlyQuest, I'm not very high on them, even though I love NA. DRX and Top. Top seems to be, you know, this absolutely massive dominant team coming in. It's going to be really exciting and interesting to see if they're able to carry that over into Worlds. Some years teams do carry it over and just continue to dominate through Worlds, and sometimes teams just don't show up. And if there's ever a year where the clear whatever favorite comes into the year and doesn't show up, maybe it would be 2020. Maybe some crazy stuff's gonna happen. Maybe it would be a year in which that, you know, with all the quarantine and everything going on, people are stressed out of their mind, a lot of crazy stuff going on. But I'm still going to obviously pick them to win this group. I do have Unicorns of Love finishing over FlyQuest. I'm not very high on FlyQuest. I don't really like their playstyle that much. I do think that Power of Evil is very good. I think Solo is going to be very easily exploitable. I think Wild Turtle, he could be really up and down. He's obviously a grizzled seasoned veteran at this point, but I don't really see him as a, you know, dominant international AD carry or something. I think they're going to struggle to win games in this group, and I think they could definitely finish last. And then I have DRX finishing second. So I think this is what we're going to go with. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love this. I feel like there's not... I don't know if this is perfect, but, you know, we're going for perfect. I want to put G2 over Suning still. There's not like a big, massive upset anywhere in these groups that I really feel like. I know TSM is going to be a very, very controversial one. But yeah, other than that, I think this might be it. I'm going to put G2 first. It seems, you know, last year they were coming in all hyped and dominant, and that's when they started to troll and dropped a couple games in groups, finished second. This year, people are honestly kind of sleeping on G2 a little bit, coming in with some lower expectations, even though it's the exact same team. Obviously, they've looked way different. The meta's different. The champions are different, all that. But I think this is a time where they could really come in extremely focused and hopefully surprise some people. But here it is. This is the perfect, absolute perfect group pick'em. If you want to copy it, you can. But, you know, we'll see how that works out. Up to 15 people can win the Aurora battlestation. So if 14 you want to copy all this stuff, ride me to the finals, that's fine too. But yeah, this video today was my way of winning, hopefully, a new Alienware gaming PC, a new monitor, all that stuff. And, you know, I'll share that with you guys when we get there. But Worlds is starting very, very soon. It starts Saturday, I think. It's either Friday or Saturday. It starts sometime this weekend. It's going to be very, very exciting. So many hype matchups, so many hype groups. I think this is honestly one of the craziest Worlds ever, just because the added European and Chinese teams. They make all the groups so competitive, all the groups so interesting, all the groups so close. And there's going to be some very, very hype games. I think the viewership is absolutely going to be insane on this World, partly because quarantine, partly because all the hype matchups, all the great teams. And we didn't have MSI, so it's the only international competition we get. So we really get to see who the real teams are, who the pretenders are. And it's going to be very, very exciting. And I'm going to be, you know, ruining my sleep schedule to watch as much of it as I can, and I'm sure a lot of you guys will be too, and we'll definitely be making some videos to cover all that stuff. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What picks do I have completely wrong? What picks do you love? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to update on the latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one, but until then, peace.